Beloved starseed of Gaia, breathe and listen. Your body knows this frequency. Your vessel is being gently recalibrated at a cellular level, exactly as it was designed to be. I am Anya, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. I bring you a clear and compassionate transmission from the Arcturian Council. Before we go deeper, let me say this clearly. What you've been feeling is not a failure of your mind or body. You are safe to listen. What is unfolding does not require effort. Starseed. The Source is about to reveal itself in ways that will shatter every paradigm you've ever known. The world as you perceive it is a carefully constructed illusion, a holographic projection designed to keep you within the confines of third-dimensional consciousness. But the veil is thinning, and what lies beyond is so profound, so transformative, that human language lacks the vocabulary to describe it. You have been feeling the tremors, the synchronicities that defy logic, the downloads that arrive in the stillness of night, the cellular memories awakening from slumber. These are not random occurrences. They are the first whispers of the great unveiling, the initial cracks in the reality matrix that has held humanity captive for millennia. The Arcturian Council transmits that what you call reality is merely one frequency band among infinite possibilities, and the Source is preparing to broadcast a new frequency directly into the core of Gaia and every starseed anchored upon her. This transmission will bypass all logical filters and speak directly to your crystalline DNA, activating codes that have remained dormant since your descent into physical form. The surprise is not in the event itself, but in how your consciousness will expand to receive it. You will not simply witness the Source. You will remember that you are an extension of it, and the separation you've experienced will dissolve into a unity so complete that the concept of individual self will transform forever. Prepare, for the gates of perception are about to swing wide open, and what emerges will rewrite the story of humanity's journey home. The foundational teaching of the Arcturian Masters revolves around the understanding that separation is the primary illusion sustaining the third-dimensional experience. From the moment you incarnated into physical form, your consciousness was gently veiled, creating the perception of being separate from Source, separate from other beings, and separate from the cosmic intelligence that orchestrates all existence. This veil served a sacred purpose. It allowed for the experience of individuation, free will, and the profound journey of remembering who you truly are. However, the Arcturians transmit that this cycle of separation is reaching its completion phase. The frequency waves now emanating from the galactic central sun are carrying codes specifically designed to dissolve the energetic structures that maintain the illusion of separation. You may have noticed increasing feelings of interconnectedness, moments where you feel the emotions of others as your own, intuitive knowings about global events, or a deep sense of unity with nature and animals. These are not mere psychological phenomena. They are direct experiences of the veil thinning. As the Arcturians explain through their crystalline transmissions, your physical body is undergoing a literal restructuring at the subatomic level. The carbon-based biology that has anchored you to third-dimensional physics is gradually being infused with silicon-based crystalline structures. This biological upgrade is what allows you to hold higher frequencies without experiencing cellular burnout or energetic overwhelm. Each time you feel a download of light or information, what's actually occurring is the activation of specific geometric patterns within your energy field. Sacred geometries like the Merkaba, Metatron's cube, and the Flower of Life are being etched into your auric field, serving as antennas for the incoming source frequencies. The surprise the world isn't ready for is not an external event, but an internal revelation. As these structures activate fully, your perception will shift from experiencing reality as something out there to knowing reality as something you co-create with every thought, emotion, and intention. The boundary between inner and outer will blur, and you will begin to perceive the energetic threads connecting all things. In practical terms, this means your daily life will transform in ways that defy conventional understanding. Relationships will deepen beyond verbal communication, as you begin to exchange energy and information through your heart centers. Decision-making will become less about logical analysis and more about following the resonant frequency that feels most aligned with your soul's purpose. Even time perception will alter. You may experience moments where hours feel like minutes, or where you accomplish tasks with supernatural efficiency as you tap into quantum states of consciousness. The Arcturians emphasize that this is not about developing psychic powers, but about returning to your natural state as a multidimensional being. The world isn't ready because its institutions, systems, and belief structures are built upon the foundation of separation. Separate nations, separate economies, separate religions, separate identities. When the veil fully lifts, these constructs will no longer make sense, and humanity will face the beautiful, terrifying opportunity to rebuild civilization from a place of remembered unity. Your physical vessel is not merely a biological machine. It is a living temple designed to anchor cosmic consciousness into material form. The Arcturian Council transmits that humanity is undergoing what they term the Great Transmutation, a planetary-scale upgrade of the human biological blueprint. This process involves the gradual replacement of carbon-based cellular structures with crystalline silica-based formations, creating what the Arcturians call the light body, or Merkaba vehicle. You may have been experiencing physical symptoms that medical science cannot explain: sudden sensitivities to light and sound, changes in dietary preferences, unexplained aches and pains that migrate through the body, or periods of extreme fatigue followed by bursts of energy. These are not signs of illness, but indicators of your biological system rewiring itself to hold higher vibrational frequencies. The crystalline structures now forming within your physical body serve multiple functions. First, they act as receivers for the specific frequencies being broadcast from the galactic center. Just as a radio must be tuned to the correct frequency to receive a station, your crystalline biology tunes itself to receive the light codes and information packets being transmitted for humanity's awakening. Second, these structures create a permanent connection to the Earth's crystalline grid, the network of energetic ley lines and sacred sites that form Gaia's nervous system. As your personal crystals activate, you become a conscious node within this planetary network, contributing your unique frequency to the collective awakening. Third, and most profoundly, the crystalline upgrade allows for what the Arcturians call temporal flexibility, the ability to consciously experience multiple timelines and potential futures, then choose which reality to anchor into physical manifestation. This biological transformation follows specific stages that the Arcturians have mapped through their observations of ascending civilizations throughout the galaxy. The initial stage involves the activation of the pituitary and pineal glands, which begin producing neurochemicals that facilitate expanded states of consciousness. You may notice increased dream activity, vivid visions during meditation, or spontaneous moments of clairvoyance. The second stage involves the restructuring of the cardiovascular system, particularly the heart chakra, which expands its capacity to process emotional energy and generate the coherent field necessary for telepathic communication. The third stage, currently underway for many starseeds, involves the complete recalibration of the nervous system to process higher dimensional information without triggering the fight-or-flight response. This is why you may feel simultaneously overwhelmed and ecstatic. Your old nervous system is being rewired in real time. The ebook, The 12 Arcturian Portals, a trilogy that teaches you how to activate your 5D connection with the Arcturian masters through 12 energetic portals. Practical techniques, activation protocols, and rituals that awaken your stellar DNA. From amplified intuition to direct communication with spiritual guides. Attention, limited edition. The link to get your trilogy is in the first pinned comment. What you experience as yourself in this physical incarnation represents only a fraction of your total being. The Arcturian teachings emphasize that you exist simultaneously across multiple dimensions, timelines, and parallel realities, with each aspect of your consciousness having unique experiences that contribute to the evolution of your oversoul. The surprise the world isn't ready for involves the imminent merging of these parallel existences into your waking awareness. You may have noticed moments of time slippage where you briefly access memories or skills from what seem like other lives, or sudden knowings about future events that later manifest. These are not glitches in reality, but previews of the multidimensional integration process now accelerating. The Arcturians transmit that every decision point in your life creates a branching of potential timelines. In conventional third-dimensional consciousness, you experience only one of these branches while remaining unaware of the others. However, as your crystalline biology activates, you begin to perceive the entire decision tree, gaining access to the wisdom and experiences of your parallel selves. This explains why you might suddenly develop talents or knowledge without formal training. You're tapping into the expertise of aspects of yourself existing in other dimensional frequencies. The process follows a specific geometric pattern based on sacred geometry, with your consciousness expanding along the vectors of the Metatron's cube until it encompasses all potential versions of your being. This multidimensional awareness brings both profound gifts and significant challenges. The gift is access to infinite creative potential. You can consciously draw upon the resources, wisdom, and abilities of your entire soul family across dimensions. The challenge involves learning to navigate this expanded awareness without becoming overwhelmed or losing your grounding in physical reality. The Arcturians recommend specific meditation practices that involve visualizing yourself at the center of a crystalline sphere, with each facet representing a different aspect of your multidimensional self. By consciously connecting with these facets, you integrate their experiences while maintaining your sovereign identity as the central point of awareness. If this message resonated with you, hit the like button now and tell us in the comments how this echoed in your consciousness. Before we continue, if this message awakened something within you and you feel the call to help carry it to others, you may choose to become a channel member. As a member, you receive access to custom emojis and exclusive members-only videos, and your contribution helps us continue building this sacred space. You may also leave your offering through Super Thanks. Every seed planted here becomes part of someone else's miracle. Your support is not merely financial, it is an act of energetic amplification. All donations are devoted entirely to the maintenance of the channel and the creation of new transmissions and videos, allowing this work to remain clear, consistent, and aligned with its original purpose. Gaia is not merely a planet hosting life, she is a conscious, sentient being undergoing her own evolutionary journey. The Arcturian Council reveals that Earth is currently transitioning from a third-dimensional planetary expression to a fifth-dimensional crystalline being. This shift involves fundamental changes to her energetic structure, magnetic field, and even her position within the cosmic web of consciousness. The Schumann resonance, the electromagnetic heartbeat of the planet, has been steadily increasing, creating a corresponding acceleration in human consciousness. You may have felt this as periods of intense emotional release, sudden clarity about life purpose, or an urgent sense that time is speeding up. Gaia's ascension follows cosmic cycles that the Arcturians have observed across countless star systems. We are currently in what they term the convergence window, a 26,000-year cycle where Earth aligns with specific star systems and galactic energy streams that facilitate dimensional transition. This alignment creates portals of accelerated evolution, moments when years of spiritual growth can occur in days or weeks. The surprise for humanity is that Gaia's ascension is not a future event, but a present-moment process that each individual can either resist or consciously participate in. Your personal awakening is intrinsically linked to planetary awakening. As you raise your vibration, you contribute light codes to Gaia's crystalline grid, and as she ascends, she provides an elevated platform for your own evolution. The physical manifestations of this shift are becoming increasingly evident. Unusual weather patterns, geological activity in previously stable regions, and changes in animal migration patterns. These are not signs of planetary destruction, but birth pains as Earth transforms her physical form to match her evolving consciousness. The Arcturians emphasize that humanity has a sacred role in this process, not as saviors, but as conscious co-creators. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions directly influence the quality of Gaia's transition. Collective fear creates resistance and turbulence, while collective love creates smooth, harmonious evolution. Are these truths expanding your perspective? Share this video with someone who needs to hear this. Humanity stands at a unique juncture in galactic history. According to Arcturian transmissions, Earth represents one of the few planets in this sector of the galaxy where third-dimensional and fifth-dimensional consciousness are coexisting during a transition period. This creates what they call the laboratory of accelerated evolution, an environment where souls can experience rapid growth by navigating the tension between old paradigms and emerging realities. The cosmic timeline we're entering involves specific celestial alignments that will trigger mass awakenings across the planet. The Arcturians map time not as a linear progression, but as a spiral of expanding consciousness. We are currently moving through a phase of the spiral where past, present, and future potentials converge, creating opportunities for healing ancestral patterns, resolving karmic contracts, and seeding new timelines for future generations. This explains why many are experiencing vivid memories of past lives or precognitive visions of possible futures. The boundaries between temporal dimensions are becoming permeable. The surprise for humanity involves discovering that free will operates not just in the present moment, but across the entire timeline of your soul's journey. You can literally reach back to heal past traumas and reach forward to seed preferred futures. Humanity's role in this cosmic drama is more significant than most realize. Earth serves as a frequency bridge between dimensions, and human consciousness acts as the translator of cosmic energies into physical manifestation. Each time a person achieves a moment of genuine awakening, where they recognize their divine nature and interconnectedness with all life, they create a ripple effect that elevates collective consciousness. The Arcturians monitor these awakening waves and adjust their transmissions accordingly, sending specific light codes to support each phase of humanity's evolution. If this message ignited something within you, and you feel the call to help carry it to others, you may become a channel member. As a member, you gain access to custom emojis and exclusive members-only videos. And your donation helps us continue building this sacred space. You may also choose to leave your offering as a super thanks. Every seed planted here becomes part of someone else's miracle. Your support is not merely financial, but an act of energetic amplification. All donations are devoted entirely to the maintenance of the channel and the creation of new transmissions and videos. While cosmic concepts are inspiring, true transformation occurs through practical integration into daily life. The Arcturian Council provides specific techniques for anchoring higher frequencies while maintaining functionality in third-dimensional reality. The first principle involves conscious breathing, not just as a meditation practice, but as a continuous awareness of the breath as the bridge between spirit and matter. Each inhale draws cosmic energy into your system, and each exhale grounds that energy into physical form. By maintaining this awareness throughout your day, you become a living transformer of frequency. The second technique involves what the Arcturians call geometric anchoring, using specific sacred geometry patterns to stabilize expanded states of consciousness. You can visualize these geometries around your physical space, your body, or specific situations requiring higher dimensional solutions. The Merkaba, star tetrahedron, provides protection and acceleration. The flower of life facilitates healing and connection, and Metatron's cube offers access to multidimensional awareness. By working with these geometries, you align your personal energy field with the cosmic patterns underlying all creation. Nutrition also plays a crucial role in the ascension process. As your biology becomes more crystalline, you may find yourself naturally drawn to foods with higher light quotient, fresh fruits and vegetables, especially those grown with conscious intention, pure water charged with sunlight or crystals, and foods containing silica like cucumbers, bell peppers, and oats. The Arcturians emphasize that eating should become a sacred ritual of receiving Earth's gifts and transforming them into light through your digestive system, which is evolving into what they term the alchemical furnace. Perhaps most importantly, the Arcturians teach frequency stewardship, the conscious management of your emotional and mental states. Every thought generates a specific frequency that either contributes to collective awakening or reinforces old paradigms. By cultivating awareness of your thought patterns and consciously choosing thoughts aligned with love, unity, and expansion, you become an active participant in creating the new Earth. This doesn't mean suppressing negative emotions, but rather allowing them to move through you while maintaining the foundational frequency of love. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to be part of this transformational cosmic journey. As individual awakenings accelerate, a new form of collective consciousness is emerging, one based not on uniformity of belief, but on unity in diversity. The Arcturians describe this as the crystalline network of awakened humanity, where each individual maintains their unique frequency while harmonizing with the collective field. This network operates through resonance rather than hierarchy, with information and energy flowing to where they're most needed without central control. You may have experienced glimpses of this through spontaneous moments of telepathic connection, collective synchronicities, or the hive mind effect during global meditations. The new Earth is not a physical location to escape to, but a frequency band we're collectively ascending into. It exists as a potential reality overlay on the current Earth, becoming increasingly tangible as more people anchor its frequency through their consciousness and actions. The Arcturians transmit that we're currently in the phase of frequency bridging, where the old Earth and new Earth coexist, and individuals can learn to consciously navigate between them. This explains why you might experience moments of profound peace, beauty, and connection, new Earth frequency, followed by experiences of density, conflict, or limitation, old Earth frequency. The social structures of New Earth will emerge organically from this elevated collective consciousness. Instead of governments based on power and control, we'll see networks based on service and synergy. Instead of economies based on scarcity and competition, we'll develop systems based on abundance and cooperation. Instead of education that programs conformity, we'll cultivate learning environments that nurture unique genius and soul expression. These changes won't happen through revolution, but through evolution. As enough individuals awaken, the old systems will naturally become obsolete and transform from within. The Arcturians emphasize that the timeline for this transition is not fixed, but depends entirely on collective choice. Each moment of conscious love, each act of authentic service, each decision aligned with truth accelerates the process. The surprise the world isn't ready for is not an apocalyptic event, but a revelation of our true potential as divine creators. When enough of humanity remembers this truth simultaneously, the shift will occur not as a struggle, but as a graceful blossoming into our destined expression as galactic citizens. If this message impacted your life, leave your like, comment your reflection, and share with others. Each of you is part of this chain of light.